Standing up or sitting down, because this is super important what I've got to tell you. Let me decide. I might sit down. No, stand up. Indecision. That's what's holding you back. But after this video, you're going to be a rock star. You will lose that weight. You will hit that target weight. I promise you. And that's a bold statement, isn't it? If you follow these next 5 tips I'm going to give you, you will achieve your goal. I think I'll sit down for it. I like doing that, sorry. 51 years old and I'm just a kid. But serious now, because this is serious. You've lost weight, you've gained weight, you've lost it, gained it, lost it, gained it, lost it, gained it. Oh, your head explodes because it's so frustrating. Then you give up. Hey, you've tried lots of diets, you've watched lots of videos. Nothing seems to work for you long term. You give up because you feel old, you feel tired. What's the point? There is a point, because remember, from good health comes good fitness. If we can drive up our health, you will get fitter naturally. It's incredible. Now, disclaimer, this works. Yeah, I'm not going to bullshit you. This works. I've coached for over 30 years. I've seen this work. I've adapted it. I've tweaked it and altered it over the years to make sure it's simple to follow and it gets results. So buckle in, strap in. This is the ride of your life. In 90 days, you are going to change forever. Now, it's not easy. Of course it's not. Because I'm asking you to change some programs that are inbuilt within you. You got to remember that you go to food for dopamine. Yeah, you're a junkie, you're a drug addict for food. We all are. We get good feel hormones from those tasty foods. We go there normally when we're feeling a little bit low, a little bit depressed, a little bit sad, frustrated, angry. We go to the cupboard and we pull out those treats. And we love them. And then we feel terrible. We're going to go and do a workout. We'll get rid of it. No, we're going to change that, okay? And I've got 5 ways. It's super simple to follow, but you've got to work with me on them. Okay, before we dive in, hey, have you hit that subscribe button? Come on, let's send this channel to the 4 corners of the world. What does that mean? The world's spherical. I never get that when people say that, but anyway, you know what I mean. Hey, do you want to join the live stream every Monday night, 7 o'clock? You can ask the questions. You can shape the topics of videos going forward. I'm online every Monday, live at 7 o'clock, all around the world, listening to my Scottish rants. Hey, we're also on Wednesday. You can come and sweat, smile, and train with the coach at 7 o'clock. Hey, catch the workouts on Catch Up if you want. They are all in the playlist titled Live Workouts. Okay, let's get down to business. Number 1, you're going to do some homework for me. Hey, you can even leave it as a comment if you want, but this is super important. And we get this right, everything else works. Now, take your goals. What do you want to lose? Now, you've got 90 days minimum. I'm afraid you can't cut corners. You've got to take the 90 days, yeah? You can go longer if you want, but minimum 90 days. Look now on your phone. What is 3 months from now? Mark it on your calendar. Get yourself a notepad and a pen, or just type it in your phone. And you're going to put your name. Scott McLean has lost 10 pounds on the day of, full stop. Now, here's the key bit. The next part that you write, how did you do it? What did you change? What behavioural patterns did you go through? What decisions did you make? What changes did you do to your diet, to your sleep patterns, to your training, to your mindset, to the way you interacted with people? Was there changes in how you commuted to work? How you actually performed at work? What did you do? Start to write a short story, even a few sentences. How did you achieve it? Yes, I'm asking you to look into the future and asking you to put yourself in the position of a winner, a person who achieved. For most people, they are restricted from getting to their goal because their mindset breaks down. It plays on them and it stops them becoming the person that they want to be. And it puts them back in a box and saying, how dare you try and advance? You are this person. Get to that cupboard now and eat that chocolate. You know what I mean? Is that you? Now, what you've got to do is you've got to start to visualize this person, because that's the person I see. That's the person I want to work with. That person is a winner. Write it down, visualize it, read it, because from now you are that person. You are going to behave in a manner that describes that person to a T, and you will get there. So start thinking about it. You're going to see this piece of work every day. Pin it up somewhere. Have it visible for all to see in your house. It works. Number 2, what we're going to do is we're going to take a snapshot of your week. I like to have people start to look ahead. So from this minute, start to look at what are you eating in a day. Now you can use your phone, you can capture pictures. There are apps like Pic Collage. I'll put a link in the description for it, where you can see the whole day in images. And you can start to get an idea of what you are eating. Okay? Do it for a week. Get that full landscape. Now don't change. Don't think, oh, I'm starting this new plan, I better clean up. Go with the flow. Go with what you naturally do. If you've got a good memory and you can go back the whole previous week, then do it. But you tend to miss out a couple of things when you do that. When I ask people, so what do you eat in a day? Oh, well, I eat rice cakes and then I have a piece of lettuce. And they're 3 stone overweight and you're like, what the? You know what I mean? Be honest. Be honest with yourself. You'll sleep better at night anyway. Number 3, we're going to look at those foods and you're going to review them. Yeah, you're going to go on Trustpilot, you're going to go on Google reviews, but you're going to review yourself, your own diet. You've got 5-star down to 1-star. Those 5-star foods, start to write them down. What are you eating that's presently rated 5 stars? Good for your health. It's good for reducing inflammation in your body. It's great for recovery after training. Then start to look at the 1-star. Hey coach, you said I could still eat these foods. You weren't going to remove foods from my diet. I'm not. That's the beauty about this program. You can keep them in, but something's going to happen. So what I want you to do is to look at when do you wake up? When do you have breakfast? What's that gap? Then do the same at night. But when do you have the last meal all the way to breakfast time? What's that time delay? And then during the day, what I want you to do, what are the gaps between eating? Is it 1 hour? Is it 3 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours? It can be a snack. I don't care. Something that goes into your mouth that you chew or drink, okay, apart from water, that's going to give us calories, counts as a small meal. Add it up when those gaps are. Is there a pattern developing? Have you got a big gap in the afternoon? Is everything bunched up in the evening? Is it all bunched around the middle of the day? Start to become a detective. Start to write it out. Where are the gaps? But importantly, when do you wake up? When do you have breakfast? That is key. Okay, number 4. We're going to talk about the golden hour. This is this period of time from when you wake up, 1 hour. What we do in that hour is going to become super important. Now I know you're going to wake up, you're going to feel a bit tired, you're going to feel a bit miserable, a bit down, a bit low in energy. But we're going to fix that. You're going to fight through that. So in that 1 hour, the first thing that you've got to do, you've got to have breakfast at some point inside that hour. Hey, you may have signed up to my newsletter via my website. I'll put the link in the description, whereby you're getting sent 15 meals and the nutrients they're in, how to prepare them every month. Use that to help with your breakfast. But it's got to be 5-star and you're getting it within that first hour. Now here's what else you're going to do inside that hour. You may do a short workout. You may make the bed. You may tidy part of the house. You may take the trash out. You may do tasks that you don't normally do, but we're going to pack that hour into superhero hour. You're going to do things and set yourself up for the day. You're going to do tasks that give you that good feel. Hey, you may make a cup of coffee, a cup of tea for your partner. You may do tasks that just tick off, I've been productive. We've got to be positively productive within that first hour. By doing that, we now create a launch pad for the day. A launch pad that puts your mindset on a golden path. Yeah, you follow that yellow brick road, my friend, and those 90 days will be rewarding. And we can do that in that first hour. So what happens now is, when we're following 5-star, 1-star foods, yeah, you can still have those 1-star foods. I'm giving you them, I'm throwing them at you. You may think twice. You may think 2 times, 3 times before you have them. So what will happen is now you're starting to navigate through the day and you're starting to create this positive landscape. And what happens is 5-star foods start to appear. They come chapping at the door. Deliveroo, here's your 5-star foods. And the 1-star foods start running out the back door. They're in the trash can now, all by themselves. Now, when I say all by themselves, please don't leave a comment that there's magic pixies going to come out and remove them. You know what I mean? Metaphorically, you are starting to remove them naturally because it doesn't fit in with point 1, this person that achieved the goal in 90 days. This positive mindset that we've set on that first hour. Now, don't give me any bullshit that you're tired and you work hard and you're no different. You've got to understand that. You're no different to lots of other people. Everybody's got shit going on. Number 5, the final touches. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to start to eat smart. You've got 5-star foods. You're going to start to eat something within 2 hours every point of the day. You're never going to go more than 2 hours without eating. So that means, yeah, you've got to get smart. If you're at work, a job that's taking you away from food, you're going to try and create snacks that are 5-star and you're going to add them in and you're going to nibble. You're going to start to chew your food. I mean, you're going to double the time that you chew that food. You're going to look at your food and you're going to start to make an assessment. How does the texture look? How does it feel? How is this going to be absorbed? Did you know that over 90% of people do not chew their food enough, so the absorption rate of the nutrients is less? You're asking your stomach to do the job that it can't do. Not all of us are like alien, have got acid in our blood. No, we can't do it. That's not good for your digestive system, and it's certainly not good for your circulatory system. And as an athlete, that's going to slow you down. We don't want that. You're going to drink more water. Yes, you've got your minimum 2 litres. You're going to start to measure your workouts, the pre and post weight and that fluid loss. So some of you maybe need to increase to 2.5, 3 litres a day, but you're going to stagger it out during the day. Yes, I know people will throw excuses at me, but you can do it. If you really want to do it, it can be done. Now you're going to start to cook more. Yeah, you're going to try and cook at least 1 meal a week. Maybe that's a new meal. Maybe you start to add a new one in every week. It becomes a challenge. It becomes exciting. You're engaging with other people. You're buying products. You're starting to create something all on your own. Start to get excited about food. What you've got to remember is food is a dopamine releaser. What I mean is most of us will go for food when we want to feel better. We're maybe depressed, low, upset. We're maybe having a hard time at work. We're maybe just feeling a bit, and we want to have that 1-star food. So when we go there, we eat it, we get that good feel. For a lot of us afterwards, we feel terrible about doing it and we wish we hadn't. But when this happens, when you get these feelings, what I want you to do is breathe. I want you to stare at the cupboard, because even 2 months into this program, you might still have lots of 1-star foods in a cupboard. They haven't run out to the trash yet. Yeah, I know what goes on. I want you to stop. Create some space. Big deep breath. Hold it for 5 or 6 seconds. Do it 5 or 6 times without moving, and then say to yourself, do I really need this? Why do I want this? I know you're laughing now thinking, I'm hungry and I want it. But go back to point 1. Did that person that you wrote about, this person that you're going to become, were they that weak-minded? Now, I'm not talking about willpower. I'm talking about reprogramming rewards. Rewards that release dopamine, serotonin, good feel hormone. You're going to start to reward yourself. Hey, I didn't need that. I feel good about myself. And you will start to reprogram, and your willpower goes through the roof. Of course you don't need it, because you had that golden hour at the start of the day where you set your day on that positive track. Do it. It works. So by eating smarter, you're now losing weight. You've now weighing yourself at more regular times. Don't fall trapped into that weighing yourself every day, because your body will go through changes of fluid retention depending on what type of foods you have been eating. If we eat a lot of carbohydrates, we get a lot of fuel, but we can also retain a lot of water. When we have periods when we reduce carbohydrates, we'll flush out a lot of that water, so we can lose weight and suddenly get a big buzz, and then we can put a little bit back on. So it will go through up and down periods, but over 90 days you will hit your goal. Don't set specific weekly or daily targets. Go with it. Start to feel better. Start to feel positive in your mind. Hey, look, that's 5 points. And I haven't even talked about specific workouts. Workouts that will burn more calories. Shorter workouts that will burn more fat. I'm going to save that for another video, because you'll love that. Because when you add that in, boom, you'll double your goals. And if you double your goals, you double your smile. Hey, it's all about being healthy. Positive up here, life becomes so much easier. And just take on board that you will have days where you just don't feel like it. It's those days that really challenge you, and it's those days that you can rise above. Remember, if you are given a plan that's prescriptive about what to eat, when to eat, it will break down, because you are pre-programmed with structures of behaviour that have been in your life since you were 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. So it's very difficult to follow a script that really isn't you. You've got to find your way through it. So by doing this self-identification process, but pinning up who you want to and really need to be is important, and referring everything back to that person and behaving like that person from now. It'll change your life. Hey, remember, if you like this video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Hit the notifications if you've subscribed, and you'll get more of me coming to you. And remember, we're going live 7 o'clock every Monday night and Wednesday for a workout at 7 o'clock GMT. Hey folks, remember, anyone can train hard. There's only a few of us can train smart. You take care, stay safe, and keep smiling. I just hit my knee off my scales there.